Boom. Am I live? I guess I am. Hello, 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 hello. Am I here? Am I live? Are we ready to rock and roll? On time. For once. Look at that. How are we all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. The Greys are outside. It's Member Monday, Greys. I told you. It's Monday for members. Either become a green name, hopefully you get gifted one, or get the hell out of Dodge. Today's are for the greens. I'm muted. No, I'm not muted. I can see my microphone. No, I'm not muted, goddammit. Can't run a piss up in a brewer. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. I swear to God, I hate this chat so much. Nasty ass Greys. Memes are open. Indeed, memes are open. Everyone who's gifted before the live stream went live, don't worry, you're all down on the list. I appreciate you all. You're all down for the giveaway. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. New 40k video just dropped. Did they put out another video today? Mate, there's a bunch of videos that I'm going to be going through. They put out the rules for free. They've put out a massive design table, which this video is mostly going to be about. But on top of that, they've just announced that there's going to be another global campaign. And every week, the winner is going to get new models revealed. More new models! More new models are coming. Right? Put it in your pants and get ready. Zinden, thanks for the gift of membership. Daytime Room of the Beach. Beast. Thank you for yours. And Mr. Tusk, mate. Thank you so much. Is the bot on? The bot should be on. Yes. I mean, I'll test it right now.
Engaged. Our strength grows.
Let's put Upper Hive in chat. Right? Upper Hive. Maybe the bot is dead. We'll see. We'll see. Have I watched Major Kill's video?
Protocol engaged. Our strength grows.
I have watched Major Kill's video, and there will be a response coming this week. Before that, I've got a bunch of other videos that I've been recording that I want to put out there. But I will tell you right now, Major Kill knows fucking nothing. And I will rebuke all those accusations that he has made. He's an Australian.
The heretics.
They don't know jack shit. Okay?
What are we watching along?
Just you wait. Just you wait. What are we watching along? Just you wait beyond. Odinson, Magic Brownie, mate, thanks for the gifted memberships. I appreciate you all. Everyone who's gifted, again, as always, I'm going to put you down for the giveaways. Nightbot is now working, Dakar. It's all in there. Accusations is that word. It is to me. Arrived at the perfect time, doesn't know jack shit. Vivid, mate, how you doing? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone get in. Now, should we start with a small video first? We can literally just watch this on the side. I promise you there's not going to be that much pausing of this. Oh, shit, there we go. Because this isn't really that big. To be fair with you. Member memes is open. Yes. Richard, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. Listen, right, I pause it so we can get into it. That's one pause. That doesn't count. Hive Deathmire. Yes. Again, Richard, I appreciate the gifted membership. Everyone who's gifted, you're down for the giveaway. Let me just do the watch along window really fast with you chaps. Sorry. Let me get chat here. And
Last wall protocol engaged.
Fix
Our
that.
Strength grows.
Freelancer, thanks for the gifted membership. Again, mate, you're down for the giveaway. So this is the second video they put out, but this again confirms the rumors. What I was saying is that they're going to run a campaign all the way into July, and in July, that's when you're going to start seeing the combat patrol boxes and other type of starter boxes announced and hopefully released for 11th edition. So it's all starting to come true just a little bit. Freelancer, again, thank you. Florida Eccentric, mate, thank you so much. I appreciate you both. Thank you. Pausing in the first 5 seconds doesn't count. It doesn't, mate, right? Right, let's tune into this. Let's go through this and see what it says.
Invited to join a Warhammer 40,000 global battle.
Yep.
This summer, your first games of the new edition can help shape the lore of the 41st millennium. War rages across Armageddon as a vast Orc war clashes with a vengeful host of Space Marines, sent to relieve the beleaguered Imperial defenders of the world. You can join the fight and help decide the fate of a vital hive city, Deathmire.
First pause. Hang on, right? I like this. I do like global campaigns. I think global campaigns are a really cool thing. The only thing about global campaigns is who polices it. It's your word against their word. Let's face it, you could be submitting what you want. You could be saying, the Orcs win every week. And we all know the Orcs won't win because the Orcs are the bad guys. It's only the Space Marines that win. All right? It's one of those things. I enjoy it, but you definitely can't control it. You definitely can't control it. Yeah, it's always rigged. It's more rigged than my giveaways. Well. Right? Scamrack. Just Valrak, please. Wait, what's going on with me? What we doing? I was there, Gandalf. I was there 23 years ago when the despoiler spilled from the eye. I'm submitting Orc wins. I'm caster, don't do this. Do not do this.
Play your games at home and submit your results online, or
Play
join the action at your local Warhammer store.
Dodger.
The campaign will run for 3 weeks from the 22nd of June.
Which
Battle
confirms the
over
rumours?
4 locations in the city, 1 each week, with the 4th decided by events in local Warhammer stores. Play games with your new Armageddon set.
Now, pause number 2. Can't you get away with it? They say the 4th week is going to be decided in Warhammer shops.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics.
That's got to be a bit weird as well, right?
We all agreed to say the Orcs win every battle, right?
No, don't do this.
We should do exactly what we did last edition, got to cut the Marine players off their high horse.
If I get to 50 members tonight, I will vote every one of my wins as an Orc win. It's up to chat now to rig the bets. Mate, so week 4, they said it's in Warhammer shops. But again, not all of them, but most Warhammer shops now are not designed to play in. They're designed to get you in, maybe demo the game, and then get you out. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be interesting as well, to see how they handle the 4th week.
Or any other forces you like. After the dust settles, the Hive will stand or fall. Your battles will have decided the fate of a city on one of the most important worlds in the galaxy. Not only that, but each week, the side in the Ascendancy will be rewarded with new model reveals for their faction.
Yeah.
And at the end of the campaign, the victors will unlock new rules for use in games of Warhammer 40,000. By taking part, you'll also qualify to win one of 40 1,000-point armies of brand.
Mate, so did you hear that? So every week, the winning faction or the one at the top of the leaderboard will get a new model release. So every Monday, it's probably going to be we're going to get either an Orc or Space Marine model, depending on who's submitting the results. I'm sure, and I'm just going to say this right now, the Orcs are going to win every time. Because the Space Marine players, they're going to be fighting against every other fan. They're going to come together to bring the Space Marine players down. Unless I'm there leading you guys. Let's vote some
Remember
Marines.
when we all came together and voted for Tyranids? Space Marine Sabotage 2.0 commences.
I regret doing this. Guys, wouldn't you rather see the new Space Marine captain on a bike rather than, I don't know, Wazdaka? Right? Would you rather see this? Sorry, not Wazdaka, Nazdreg.
Rest wall protocol engaged.
We'd all want this. Surely. You slags. Remember when the Space Marines all came in the void? Yeah, please don't do this limited time. Don't do it. And Sean, Valrak's daddy. Mate, there's so many daddies here, right? Thank you so much for gifting a membership. Again, I put you down for the giveaway. I'd rather you didn't pause the video. Well, too late, mate. I'm pausing it to protect myself. Okay, so shut your whore mouths. All the beakers.
The heretics.
Oh, I see it is. Now it's not Ultramarines.
I recall clearly that last time GW did a global campaign for 10th, you told everyone to vote for Tyranids.
I regret
Then
this.
you backpedaled once you found that Space Marines would be released second.
I made mistakes. Listen, I will hold my hands up I don't want to repeat
Oh,
this.
I see how it is. Now it's not Ultramarines.
Listen, Gage, we are going to have to become friends. Me and you are going to have to team up and submit as many bogus battle reports as possible to make sure the Space Marines are the winners. Every single week, we are going to fudge the books. It is going to be the biggest scam since the announcement of the 11th edition box price, which we'll get into in a second as well. Do not vote for the WA.
Last wall protocol
Mate, if the Orc
engaged.
Codex comes out before the Space
Our
Marine Codex
strength
again, I will be
grows.
furious. All this shit talking against Ventress is coming. Don't do this. He'll play Orcs. I always lose. Solly, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. And again, Pezza, mate, thanks for the big super chat.
Brand new Orcs or brand new Space Marines. The battle starts on June 22nd. That's the Monday after you've gotten your hands on your Armageddon box. You'll need a My Warhammer account to take part.
We've all got that.
Soldiers of Armageddon, make ready.
So what do you
Black.
think of that then?
Green is best vote, not Streg.
Well, how about this, right? If you're going to vote for Orcs, it's a super chat saying wah. If you vote in for Marines, it's a gifted membership. There you go. Let's see where your loyalties stand. Orcs or Marines. 1 minute, 30 seconds and 4 pauses. Shut up, Luke, right? I was getting to the end of it. Mate, if you submit the results as well, this is why I think there's going to be so many
Last
numbers
wall
being
protocol
fudged.
engaged.
They're saying
Our
you're
strength
then
grows.
auto-entered into a giveaway for an army worth 40,000 points. This is got to be the biggest scam you've ever
Last
seen.
wall protocol engaged. Our strength grows.
Didn't there? Hang on. Let me go back. Luke, we're going back.
Will stand or fall. Your battles will have decided the fate of a city on one of the most important worlds in the galaxy. Not only that,
Wow.
but each week the side in the Ascendancy will be rewarded with new model reveals for
New
their
models,
faction.
okay.
And at the end of the campaign, the victors will unlock new rules for use in games of Warhammer 40,000. By
Okay.
taking part, you'll
Last
also qualify
wall
to win one of
protocol
40,000
Our
point
strength
armies of brand new
grows.
Orcs or brand new Space Marines. The
One of 4. Hang on, mate. Look, that was a tongue twister. What the fuck did he say?
one of 40,000 point armies of
One of 40,000 point armies.
Wag.
Oh, one of 40,000. Okay. All right. Sorry. My bad. All right. Okay. Yeah. Mate, I thought it was a little bit ridiculous. Like a 1 for. I read it the other way around. I thought it was someone was
Last
getting
wall
one
protocol engaged.
40,000
Our
armor.
strength grows.
It's 40. Well, to be fair, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. Smartest Mancunian. Doesn't understand English. Shut up, Jen. 40,000 point armies and the brain delay caught up. Leave me alone! Right? It's hard being Valrak. Mate, all these wars in chat. There's some absolutely orc slags in chat. I hate you all. He made sure to put it as a sizable pause after 40. 40 times 1 is, yes, they are giving away 40,000 points worth of armies, but not one person.
Most
40 times.
important world. We are going to Ultramar.
Ultramar? Who the hell cares about Ultramar? Those losers? Get them gone. Don't worry, Valrak.
Last
We all know
wall
German is your
protocol
first language. It
engaged.
is, mate.
Our
Right?
strength
Danke.
grows.
Pretender, mate. Thank you so much for the massive 10, brother. I love you. I appreciate you. Right, boys. Are we jumping in and grabbing the dick by the horns? Are we doing the big video? This is 25 minutes long. Luke, worried about pausing. Mate, you better get a blanket.
To learn all
I'm
about
so-
the Space
no.
Marines in the new
I'm wrong. It's 34 minutes long. Holy shit. Apparently, I've heard it's a great video. And a lot of people are more excited now with the orc
This
stuff.
is just like when WWE used to let people vote on who faced the champ. They
Is it?
already know who's winning.
Mate, Stone Cold always won. Oh my, 34 minutes. And mate, you need popcorn. Get your popcorn ready, get everything. It's time for my fellow grey names. Mate, right, listen, I'll say this right now.
It's time, my fellow grey names.
If you're,
Bog victory.
if you're a grey name, you're not allowed to super chat or send in a gifted membership during Member Mondays. Please keep yourself away from us.
Last wall protocol
This is just the
engaged.
cool kids session.
Our strength grows.
Please, no super chats or gifted memberships. You're not allowed, guys. 6 hours later, mate, let's go. It'll wager 5 members for 20 plus pauses. Oh, hang on now, mate. I'm not taking that bet. Lost Lieutenant, mate. Thank you so much for your 5. I appreciate you. I'm on the wrong screen here. There we go. God hates grace. God damn it.
Don't trust this guy, Valrak. He's a Xena's lover. Smiley face emoji.
To be fair, mate,
Smiley face emoji.
Mate, I do like orcs. I actually do like orcs. Why you beaky get? Thanks, sneaky get. Sierra, mate. That's what she. Wait, what's
Why you
this?
beaky get?
And Lost Lieutenant, you have paid your debts. Can I ask everyone watching my live stream right now? I'm still doing the like test. Can everyone please like the video? I know it's cringe. I hate saying it, but if you could help me out, I'd appreciate it.
That's what she.
You're all amazing. Thank you. Right, I'm going to mute the super chats while we go through this now, so you don't ruin the video case. I'm going to put this out on the channel. CJ, thank you for the massive 10. I appreciate you. I disliked it. I hate you guys so much.
Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon.
Right, let's go.
Eddie and I sat down with some of the
Let's
miniature
get comfy,
designers
boys.
from the Warhammer studio.
Let's take a look.
The miniatures.
So thanks for joining us, Dom and Daz, as we talk all about the Space Marines that are in Armageddon.
First pause. So Darren Latham, if I'm not mistaken, he's one of the head guys. I'm not sure who this guy is, Dom, but I know who Darren is because he used to be a painter. Then I think he went over to doing modeling, so everyone knows like he's like one of the big guys. Listen, 16-second pause. Thank you, Retro.
It's been really exciting to see the kit and to delve into it. So this is a great opportunity to speak to some of the creative people behind all of the models and designs and ideas that went into it. So we're just really looking forward to picking your brains.
It's nice to finally talk about it. I think.
Absolutely is, yeah.
There's been the veil of secrecy over the top of this all, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. So jump in then with a question. Eddie and I have been talking about this quite a lot. One of the things I want to know straight off the bat is, tell us something that we wouldn't necessarily know just looking at it at first glance about these models.
That's a really good question because there's a lot to talk about with them as well. I think the one thing you wouldn't know, I think when you get the models in your hands, you'll realise there's an awful lot of detail on these miniatures that I think until you build and paint them that maybe you won't appreciate. And we could take the humble intercessor as maybe the starting point for that.
The humble how do we all feel about the intercessors at this point? Thanks, Lazy Sponge, for coming back. I will say this, right? I will say this. After seeing some of these models in person, I like them more than I have been doing on video. So I still think if you see some of them, it may change your mind. I still think the intercessors are pretty basic and they could have done more with it. But all in all, I was more impressed seeing it in person than I was on a video.
Actually, one of the things we looked at across the set when we're first looking at this project was how do we get that excitement for building it, for painting it, for having a place and time, and for really every single model to be a Space Marine, right? Not just another suit of armour, but actually a hero.
Yeah, you were talking about how when these were put together, each of the individual models has their own sort of story. You always like named each of the characters, even within the Intercessor squad.
That's right, yeah. I mean, we did a lot of work on that.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So from a distance, it's a Space Marine, but when you get up close as a Space Marine collector and someone that wants to start collecting Space Marines, you'll notice that each one has slightly different details and different chest armour. Obviously, there's different helmets as well, and each one has a different character and narrative about each one as well. So you can pick and choose your favourite and then have the excitement of moving on to the next one and then the next one, and you get the whole squad done, and they're all...
Pause number 3. Luke, write it down. Do you think now it should have been painted as Ultramarines? I actually do think at this point, I think it would have looked better in blue. I'll be honest with you. Because doing them as Blood Angels and not really having the Blood Angel vibe, I think lost a little bit of the love for me. Because they are Ultramarines in red. That's all it is. I think it's too... Yeah, someone said it in chat. I think it's a little bit too basic for Blood Angels. I personally think what they could have done to make it a bit more appealing and also more lore is paint them as Crimson Fists. I think that would have worked very, very well. Magos says, I love the Intercessors. I wish they weren't. I just wish they weren't in the launch box.
Different.
So keeping on the intercessors, then give us some examples of those characters and narratives that exist within the squad.
But as we were designing them, we kind of gave them a soft name. So we had the knife guy, the grenade guy, the sharpshooter. Obviously, we've got the sergeant as well, and the auspex guy. So they've all got that narrative and character which we wanted to inject into the whole set.
I think the poses are pretty nice.
So it wasn't a standard Space Marine in different poses.
I just wish they did more with the armor.
Each one doing something completely different. And then going into the detail, like I mentioned, each one has a different armor and its own character. So he's a named hero. As in the 10 that you can then pick and choose which one you want to start painting and add to your collection.
And that's a little bit different from the intercessors we saw in the very first Primaris kits, where they're almost like fresh off the production line from Mars sort of thing. All the armor is pristine. These ones have got elements of different bits of armor and iconography and things like built into them, haven't they?
Exactly, yeah. We use a lot of our artwork as well as inspiration.
The artwork is pretty
for the
cool.
whole
I do like the
set,
artwork.
but especially for the intercessors, because within the artwork you get a large version of what a Space Marine is. So with all the different details, we injected those into these suits to make them feel like they were passed down from generations, they're thousands of years old, rather than the...
I'm pausing again. I like the poses. Again, a lot of people saying, Valrak, what don't you like about them? I like the poses. I just wish the armor was a little bit more... cross between Firstborn. Like, for example, why not have like studs on that leg? I think that would have made that really stand out a little bit more. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we've got like the Mark 7 version of the Primaris helmet. Some studs here. Maybe some studs on the shoulder pad over here. That could have been a bit more cooler, right? Do you know what I mean? Will we ever see the end?
Production line Space Marines, which you talked about, just in different poses. So
we do have a tactical
that
rock.
As you're painting each one, there's little Easter eggs through the units as well. So
you're seeing that play out with, for example, the different breastplates that exist across the models, right?
Yeah, we've got different breastplates, we've got different greaves, the guns have got different details. It's all through each model. I mean, so...
Yeah, I was going to add to that. I mean, it's a lot of the things we talked about throughout the whole project was the heritage of the Space Marines, because one of the great things about Space Marines, they've got like a 40-year history, and our job is to, it's an important job, is to not only refresh and update and bring new models into the range, but also they've got to be authentic and they've got to be, they've got to be new to people that have collected for years. They've got to be new to people that have never seen a Space Marine before. So actually, it was quite a joyful experience doing this, because what are all the cool things we love about Space Marines? What are the things that got us excited when we put our first Marine kits together? How do we restore some of that? And so that's why, as Daz says, with even just the Intercessor Squad, and I say just the Intercessor Squad because like a Space Marine with the bolt rifle is such an iconic image. How do we make each of those feel like a character in their own right? How do each of those have a place on the battlefield? And just to add to what Daz was saying, one of the ways we also looked at this, and as they're arrayed on the table, you can use these as either a 10-man squad or 2 5-man combat squads. And so one of my favourite things about this Intercessor Squad is that actually there's a leader in the sergeant, and there's his second in command who's leading the second combat squad. And
if you want to, with the bolt pistol pointed forward,
and that's, again, it comes back to archetypes. Actually we said, well, he is second in command. And he's not a sergeant, but he's still a really, really talented Space Marine who's been through countless, campaigns and war zones. So that's recognising
that kind of reminds me of like the 8th edition pose. I'm sure there was like a lieutenant with that pose.
As well. And those are the little things for me that really bring it alive, actually.
Yeah, and by adding that character in, it elevates the status of the standard Space Marine. So if one does die on the tabletop, you don't know which one to take away, because in the background they're so important and they've got so much history. Each one has a name. Taking one off needs to feel a little bit more important. It's a big deal, Yeah. So when you lose one, you kind of feel it a little bit more.
We were talking about that before, weren't we? When you take casualties on that squad, which is the first one that you take off,
and you don't know which one. So I said I'll just roll a dice, just to pick which one. But Stephen did a great job with these. Each one has got loads of character, and looking forward to painting them myself. I think.
Have you got a favourite in the Intercessor Squad? Really big fans.
I think the knife guy, I think he looks cool. Is in action. He's doing some
cool.
stuff.
It's a nice
I think
pose.
He's my favourite. It's
probably
the one I'd probably paint first. So.
You don't quite get a sense of it here, but the knife is actually almost like as long as a human torso, isn't it?
Different poses of it. Yeah,
it's only a knife because the Space Marine's carrying it.
But they're all great. I think they're fantastic.
Eddie, you asked the question then, which is your favourite in the Intercessor Squad?
Ooh, I think Knife Guy probably is my favourite.
Is he?
Yeah.
So I've got weird taste when it comes to Space Marines maybe, but I always love a bit of forward momentum, the idea that they're like shock troops. And so this one here with his auto bolter has got this really lovely sense of forward motion. You can imagine blazing away from the hip.
He was called Full Auto Guy.
Was he? See, that's a great name as well. Fantastic.
I love the sergeant. He breaks his silhouette a bit as well, and he's got that stepping forwards feel to him. So, the one opportunity to have a guy wielding a chainsword, which again is a really cool marine weapon.
Yeah, the multi-pole.
It's not a marine box without a chainsaw in.
Yeah, we wanted to,
I love
sure
watching me a Watchalong. There you go, Phil.
Archetypes in there, and with those weapons that you associate with the Space Marines, the classic bolt gun, and it's the chainsword was a given.
Just to address some of these donations that are coming through. Pause number 5. Sawdust Dave says, I get the starter box is more aimed at a good starting place for new players, but people who have been in the hobby for a long time, I don't need more models, especially those ones. I think there's a lot of things on the Space Marine side they could have replaced to appeal to current fans, but what they're saying is this is aimed at new people, so maybe that's why they want people to get the new Intercessors rather than the old Intercessors. I personally don't agree with that, but I can understand where they're coming from. There's still world eaters on the planet, so hang on now.
Basically.
Should we move on to one of the other units? So
get out.
Vanguard Veterans, obviously very cool. They're
now these are the spicy
attack
ones.
element in this box. Tell us a bit about them.
Well, they sit alongside the Stern Guard in terms of their hierarchy within the Space Marine range. So, had a good look at the Stern Guard and what they had. They're kind of the companion units. So, again, just injecting a lot of narrative and character into the unit, making sure that each one was doing something different and interesting within its own right, and then making them dynamic as well, so that they contrast with the other units within the set.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about them is they're all kind of leaping off these rocks, and the rocks themselves, I think, are quite
actually do like that
unique
pose
and unusual.
Because it's kind of like he's descending. Again, what my problem is, they don't really feel that veteran-y. To be fair, that guy does do it a little bit with the stuff on his chest and stuff with the laurels and the gold, but I think they could have done more, especially with the jump packs. I think with the jump packs, they could have gone a little bit more ornate, like add some more gold trim there, some laurels, some more skulls and stuff. Purity seals maybe, just to make them feel a little bit more like these are the guys. These are the guys in your guys chapter kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I can understand why a lot of people are saying these just kind of remind me of jump pack intercessors.
Cool, they are like the Armageddon rocks, aren't they?
They
are specifically referencing the geology of the world.
Yeah, we designed a full terrain set for this whole set, so there was a narrative. So it tied the orcs and the Space Marines together, not only just in the way the miniatures interact, which we can talk about, but within the basing as well. So when you paint the whole set, they'll be in harmony and they'll come together. So it's that rocky, spiky Armageddon terrain which we designed.
We talked a little bit about that sort of terrain component and how the bases help tell the story when we unboxed it all. And Eddie pointed out the sort of way the librarian in this set and then the weird boy in the orc half sort of.
I do like the librarian as well, mate. I think the librarian's a really good model. I'm actually thinking I'm going to paint a librarian for the first time.
It actually play out across like all of these things. So we'll talk about the land speeder in a bit, but you see the same sort of rock formations and things there.
True pain. I'm with you, mate.
On the thing you were saying about the dynamism of the way that they're leaping off things, I really like the guy here on the left whose feet are firmly on the ground, and there's a real sense of weight to the way he's landed because the jump packs are these huge bounding leaps.
The poses are nice. I like the
poses.
poses.
Must weigh an awful lot when he crashes to the ground, right?
Yeah.
The idea that he's bracing it with his knees is really cool.
I think he's my favourite one. Quite often we have Space Marine jump packs that, they fly, don't they? So they're in the air, but they're going to land, they're going to fight. So we wanted a couple of them in combat on the ground. There's some rhythm to the unit
like the
and some
studs.
height as well. And the guy with the superhero landing with his sword back, I think is my favourite one. He seems to have gone down quite well with everybody.
Yeah, I actually think that's my favourite pose.
They have the veteran markings, they have the crooks on the shoulder pads, they have the more ornate armour, they have more honours, the helmets are more ornate as well, and the poses, and one's got a big relic blade, so they're very within where they sit within the army, they have their status. So.
Yeah, the relic blade is very cool. That's the sergeant, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And he's got like an even bigger, more ferocious looking power weapon than the rest of them.
Exactly, as he should, and he has a helmet option as well. Yeah. So where we can, we've added options in these as well. So.
That's probably it's a really good point, actually, Daz, because it's not
I
something
like
that's reflected when you build the
my
models.
flair.
There are
Your flair?
where we can, we've put multiple head options in these sets to provide choice. The captain's a really good example where actually he's got 2 helmets and a bare head.
That's right.
I'll be honest with you, that guy looks like me when I come home from having my hair cut, and Walker always takes the piss out of me. He has got the high trim top. The high trim. Just give it up, mate, right? That is basically Luke's hairline right now. It's just hanging on for dear life. It's hanging on for dear life at this point.
So depending on what type of crest you want in this helmet or what mark of helmet you want, actually you've got some personal choice there, which doesn't stop him being the named character in this box that he is. But equally, we've tried to look at opportunities where we can have the choice of either a helmet or a bare head, just to give that little bit of choice that maybe we haven't done in these sort of big starter sets before. And again, it's just another way to add some more character to things on top of the base
I'm a
poses.
Space Marine collector, so I was like, what do I want? What would I want? What would a Space Marine collector want?
It's a nice way to look at it. Right?
Yeah, I was being a little bit
cannons.
selfish, but having some head options is always a bonus.
Not Jez. What's it called again?
So we've got that in where we can, where the opportunities.
Should we have a look at the Gravis Marines? So these are unit of heavy Space Marines in Gravis armour, Eradicators. Tell us about them.
Well, this came from, just to sort of bring it back up to the
I'm interested in this
principles when we looked at the Space Marines.
I'm interested.
From the start.
Darren
One of the things we really wanted to do, on top of getting that sense of a place in time on the battlefield, a sense of that heritage of the Marines, we also wanted to have the sort of what we'd consider the 3 main tactical pillars of the Marines. One is the tactical aspect, one is the assault aspect, and one is the devastator aspect. And so these fulfilled that. And also it gave us a slightly different dynamism to the 3 infantry units. So you've essentially got your assault squads, you've got your stoic, objective capturing line infantry of the intercessors, and then you got the heavy blazers, right? And what says that better than a heavy bolter? So that heavy.
But this right. So this is my feedback on this. What's different? What's the difference between this in terms of a model? I'm not about rules. Rules they can do anything. What's the difference between this and a heavy intercessor? Because you can literally have this as a heavy intercessor without the shield. Yes, I know there's rules and stuff like that. This is why I was kind of shocked they went with bolters over weapons we haven't had yet introduced in big formats. This is why I was so adamant, I wanted to see a grav weapon. A bigger version of a Neo-Volkite. So far, we only got Neo-Volkite pistols on Primaris Marines. So I was hoping maybe they'd go that direction and we get something like Grav Cannons or Neo-Volkite rather than just a heavy bolter, which we've already kind of got with the heavy intercessors. Do you know what I mean? Again, that's just my feedback on it. I think it looks cool. Yeah, mate, it looks cool. Again, I'm not denying that. I'm not denying the rule of cool, but I think there was a missed opportunity here to go in another direction rather than just giving them more bolters.
Heavy Gravis armor gave us a real distinct unit silhouette. It's a 3-man unit rather than a 10 or a 5-man unit, so you get that nice pattern across the battlefield when you put the squads out. And actually, it gave us an opportunity with the sergeant to just add a little bit more flavour and narrative to it that maybe when we first had a look at them, we didn't expect. It came out in the design phase.
Look cool when he made these. They're not blowing
the sergeant
me off,
being out of ammo.
I think they look cool.
That actually he's got his ejected heavy bolter magazine on the base, but that doesn't stop him. He's whipped out the bolt pistol and he's still blazing. While the guys around him are still laying down fire.
So you imagine a tide of orcs
running
towards him.
absolutely,
He's gunned a bunch down with a heavy bolter.
Yeah.
He's dropped the ammo. He hasn't got time to reload. Just whips the bolt pistol out.
And there's something about that. And there's that idea that he's not even. It's just reflex.
It's deeply cinematic, right? And it's like that moment, I play a lot of Space Marine 2, the video game, and comes that bit where you're running dry and you want to, get stuck in or whatever, and you see this sort of thing play out in movies. Your magazine clicks dry and you straight away pull out and start firing. I love small sort of narrative components in models that help tell the story, and the fact that the magazine is dumped in and it's sort of half sunk into the sort of.
To go through 5 ads to get here, that's not on me, mate. That's on you.
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of them's got ejected bolt.
There's a pile of casings.
There's a pile of bolt shells. You can imagine he's been standing there for a while, just sort of churning through his magazine.
I like little bits like that.
Things that really excite me about these sort of projects was actually
Gravis Marines building Volkite colorants would be awesome.
Again, it's when you get the model in your hand and you're putting it together and go, oh, that's cool, because that connects this part of the model or this part of the story. And I think that's where It's easy to assume that because we've done so many Space Marines over the years that it's like, oh, it's just another Space Marine. None of these are just other Space Marines. Every single model's had a narrative, a name, an archetype, a reason to be in this set. And we'll get onto the characters, I'm sure, in a bit, because then we'll get really excitable.
A flawless segue, I think we can.
Well, let's use that. Yeah.
To quickly mention about the Gravis, they've had the same treatment as the.
It should have been Belther. I think Belther would have been a lot cooler.
Well.
Yeah, I noticed
I
that when I was
agree.
building
The Gravis that we've had so far, it's pretty much been the same suit. So it was like, how do we nudge that on a little bit? How does each Gravis look quite different when you get up close? We've got
one of the
different
faceplates
helmets.
feels like a Mark 7 faceplate inside the sort of outer.
I think the helmets are definitely better. Yes,
and then you'll notice that
100%.
the greaves one's got studs on the greaves, the bonding studs,
Which
and
is
then there's more purity
primary
seals.
some heavy weapons.
Again, we've just
Kinda like
injected a little bit
first-born
more
tactical
of that.
squads. Mate, I think they'll
You were saying
reintroduce
how
that in a couple
the
of years.
faceplates
I
on
really
them,
do.
it's not the whole helmet necessarily that's either Mark 7 or Tacticus. It's like the front bit of the helmet comes off.
Yeah, so I think it was
Eventually.
important for us not to label the armour as this type of armour or that type of armour. It's Space
I
Marine
swear to God,
armour
Filthy, I'll
with
ban you.
elements
Go back
from-
to your holiday,
It
Filthy.
nods at other elements of different Space Marine marks of armour. So the top cap is the same, but it's the face plates that swap out. And we've done that before on the Mark 6 style helmets as well. It's essentially the face plate that comes off. But you'll notice that some shoulder pads are just full shoulder pads without
I
the
actually
trim
didn't know
on,
that.
and we've
I
got
thought it was a
the large
complete brand new
greaves as
helmet.
well.
Apparently, it's just a face
and we
grill.
just put that through the whole set. We had some fun with it too, but Space Marine collectors will really value that, I think.
That's
So-
new. That's new. That's new
Well,
info
let's
for
move
me.
on to the characters. I think possibly my favourite model in the box is the standard bearer, just because the banner is just wonderful, right? It's really fun to paint, incredibly thematic to Armageddon as well.
Luke, how many pauses is this? I am 99. You can never be 100% convinced because who would be an idiot? Who would bet against the house, aka Dako? Where's my 50 members, Dako? I am 99.9% convinced that that is going to be a box exclusive model. I don't think they will sell that model separately. What do you mean the bet's not over? We've got the prices from the vendors. You owe me 50 memberships, mate. Pay up now. Mate, I think the Ancient's pretty okay, but I've got enough Ancients. Do I need another one? Do I really need another one? Valrak, how does this edition release compare to 10th edition? Similar rollouts and drip feed? Kind of, yeah. I'll be honest with you, as I always am. I was more excited for 10th than I was 11th. Which is strange because I love Orcs. But I thought the Marine stuff in the 10th edition box set was cooler than the stuff that we're getting in this box set. I haven't seen any official announcements this DACA guy.
Well, how did you kind of go about designing that?
Well, we do mock-ups as well, so we kind of got some inspiration again from art, and there's a classic piece of art where the Space Marine's raising the banner up, and every time, well, we've done a standard bearer so far, an Ancient, he's just holding the flag, which is nice, but it was like, let's have him in battle. It's really cinematic.
Sorry, Caesar, mate. Welcome back, dude. I appreciate you.
Sort of situation. So that was really the theme for this.
Sorry, just another thing. Pause number 10. I'm so sorry. I think this Ancient should have a melee weapon as well, rather than a bowler. I think you should have either like a power fist, an axe, a power sword. I think if you've got a banner, I prefer the melee aspect with that banner. Again, that's just my personal feedback.
This guy, and Joe did an awesome job on this guy, just gripping the banner instead of just having a flag.
Oh, crap.
blind
Imagine
flag.
Darren actually mentioned it.
Just a mound
Artists.
of
Good
dead
on you,
Space Marines
Darren.
orcs. He's like standing
Whoever
in the
Well,
middle.
this
Joe
whole
was,
set
Joe,
is a
mate.
diorama. When we
Great
sat
job,
down
mate,
originally,
Joe.
what are we going to do? It's going to be narrative. It's got to have character. It's got to be cinematic.
Mate, that's big.
It's a
That actually
snapshot
well,
of a battle.
Darren's mentioning
So having
artists
him there
involved in
on
it.
a,
Because
on a
GW always
mound
like
at the
to,
back, you can picture it in your head what's going on.
So I've had quite a lot of
Good
fun
on
with
Joe.
this guy. I built
Joe
him,
for the win.
on a lunch break, and I've been Dark Angeling mine up. So I use one of the hooded helmet heads, and that ties in quite nicely because he's got sort of
that banner is painted right.
in the front. And I just had fun sort
Your
of
molded
pivoting,
BA design?
the head at different angles.
The BA
and,
stuff, I think,
looking
is
at the
like
flag, and it looks
painted,
like he's sort of
but
exhorting
the
his battle
Armageddon
brothers
stuff
to
is all molded.
take heart from the standard or whatever. But you turn the head a little bit towards his right, and suddenly he looks like he's sort of ready to lead a charge off in a direction. I really like how much sort of motion there is contained within the model, and the way that he's got that flag held high.
We designed a specific Armageddon banner as well. There's room to put your chapter heraldry on there as well. But
There you go.
we
Someone's
wanted
asking.
a unique banner for the campaign of Armageddon, so that was on there. So we had a bit of fun doing that too.
Traditional ancients, in the sort of broader range, your ancient will really have your company banner, and that was a
Joel,
good
mate,
reason for
welcome as a
another
member,
point
dude. I
of difference to
appreciate
go.
it.
It's not just another reason, because every Space Marine player's probably got an ancient or two, maybe three.
Yep.
And we said, well, actually, how can this be different? And the campaign, the idea that you're carrying the standard of the campaign you're doing rather than your company specific banner, was another aspect to get, again, a more cinematic feel.
That helps tell the story of the
I think
Operation Imperative
I kinda see where they're
crusade that the
coming
Space
from.
Marines are launching
But
to
honestly,
relieve Armageddon, because a lot of the chapters present aren't able to send full companies.
I would have rather have another
a
model.
lot less. And it's the idea that they're sort of carrying a specific banner
Not
for
trying
the
to be
thing, 'cause,
negative.
the second company banners
Style of
elsewhere,
hatred,
right?
yeah.
This is what you've got. And that, I think, is a really nice hook that you can imagine each of the Space Marines, they've sworn these oaths to.
I think if you wanted to, like, what they said about the Ancient, like they wanted to make it, like, lore accurate to where you're fighting, I think that could have been done with a simple Sergeant's banner on the back of his banner, like the old school stuff. That would have been great then. That would have been fantastic.
To relieve the planet. That's really
You can also imagine like a mixed Space Marine army, right, where you've got some Blood Angels, some Ultramarines, and some Space Wolves, and one of them's got the kind of Crusade banner, and they're all following
I
behind
like
that
that a
guy.
lot. Yeah, that'd be nice.
We elevated the status of the Ancient a little bit on here as well. The ones
Back
we've done
banners
before
are
is
really cool.
essentially being an intercessor with a banner with this guy. We gave him the surcoat and we sort of leveled him up a little bit more of a veteran status, because he is going to be an honoured brother. So we did bump him up a little bit in the way that we decorated him and designed him. So.
He's got the laurel of
God
victory
damn it,
on as
Phil,
well,
Phil.
hasn't he? So again, that's one of those subtle nuances of something that's really important in the honorifics of the Space Marines. You know, obviously there's a lot of iconography on Space Marines. We put a lot on different miniatures over the years, but there's an awful lot of hierarchy behind that, and that's something that, you know, if you don't know a lot about Space Marines, it doesn't really matter. But if you know, it's there.
You've got lots of like nice open bits on the banner as well. There's a little kind of shield section at the bottom if you want to put some iconography that you've either like researched and gone, oh, this means X or Y, or you go, I'm going to use this and I'm going to decide that it means I killed my friend's Eldar last week or something. And
it's a balance that, you know, it's something Daz is really serious about with all of miniatures design, is we've got to make these models paintable. But also we've got to find the opportunities to give customers free space on models and rest on models, but also opportunities to help them. And the banner's a really good example, I think, for that, where we go, expecting our customers to freehand an Armageddon banner based on a piece of artwork. I mean, for some
it's
people
so
it
far
could do
beyond
that.
me,
Me
right?
too, right?
I can understand that.
Yeah, that's a do. Give it a go.
You'd be right.
But then having those sculptural elements that actually let any painter have a go, but also then give them, as you say, those free elements.
People are, again, sorry, Luke, 11 pauses. People are asking in chat about this, what chapters are on the planet. I do have the lore of what chapters are on the planet, and tomorrow's video is going to be a big breakdown of what chapters are there, how many companies are there per that chapter, and some lore attached to those chapters who have got it, which commanders are leading them. I can say right now, the Salamanders are led by Chapter Master Tushan. He is there. He is fighting the Orcs. He is there. So tune in for tomorrow's video. I'm going to do a big breakdown of that and all the Space Marine chapters that are there. The Crimson Fists are there, but we'll get into that spicy lore in tomorrow's video.
You go, would I want to do a bit of a transfer, or I want to do a little bit of freehand, or you know what, just paint it black and be done with it.
I definitely appreciated the Armageddon word written embossed. I put the wash in and I was like, that is much better than I would ever have done. That's better than my handwriting, for sure. Cool.
So should we move on to another character then, since we're going through them?
Has
The chaplain
Titus arrived?
is in many ways the star of the cinematic trailer that we saw, and I think that's largely
I don't
inspired
like
by
his
how
base.
badass the model
I
looks.
don't
right?
like the smoke.
Where did he come from in the
I'm going to
sort
put
of
on
mind of the
something else,
creative
me,
team?
mate. I don't like it. I'm sorry.
We wanted, obviously, with these sets, we always like to add something new, and we knew that we wanted a jump pack chaplain very early on, and there's nothing more 40k than a Space Marine with a skull helmet. so we knew we needed one of those in there, and again, to lead the vanguard.
Skits, you don't do this.
He needed to be in there, but like Joe did a great job on this. It's a super dynamic pose. He's got everything that a chaplain should have, with the Crozius, the Rosarius,
It's corporate bullshit. Everything
the
you do
Absolver
put out
bolt
is
pistol.
corporate.
But he's all singing, all dancing. This guy is my favourite model in the kit because he is so iconic and he is so 40k. So.
He's got the tone, hasn't he, as well? Yeah. That sort of a lot of people will talk a lot about that, the grim darkness of Warhammer 40,000, and the chaplains are the absolute epitome of that. And I think it's a really good balance of getting that grimness and that tonal variation that you wouldn't necessarily see in an intercessor. But at the same time, comes back to also extremely paintable as well. It's not crusted with detail, is it? It's not been, overwrought. It's actually the key elements that make it really unique and grim and gothic.
He's stood on the
really well done. But again, you can paint that however you want. And I think that's again, it comes back to that point of we want that experience for every customer. You want to get the excitement of seeing this for the first time. You want to carry that excitement into building these kits. And you want to carry that excitement into painting them. And then if you decide you want to play games with them, you carry that excitement all the way. And every step of the design process is about how do we make sure that we have a great image that is captured then through that entire journey. And whether you build half of it and leave it on the shelf for a year and paint it later on,
why are you looking at me?
Fine. I don't know, Eddie. You're a more prolific painter than I am. But the point of that is that we want that joyful experience all the way through, from the initial excitement right through to the last paint, the paint stroke you put on your models.
Yeah, you can imagine like somebody who wants to just get that chaplain on the board. You could probably do a fairly good job with 3 paints, right? You could get him looking very good. And if you wanted to just absolutely lavish your time and love onto the paint scheme, equally you could spend 100 hours painting a beautiful chaplain.
He contrasts really nicely with a lot of the other models as well. And I know a lot of people that will be getting this set
go to work,
Space Marines will be adding this. For some people, membership. This will be the first time that they've seen Space Marines.
Vanguard vets are definitely not overwhelmed with the details.
Why is he different to the librarian who has blue armor? So there'll be lots of questions, and it really says a lot about Space Marines and Warhammer 40,000. So I think he's
I like
got a good place.
The librarian, the captain, and the chaplain are all like very iconic versions, the greatest hits of the Space Marine heroes, really, aren't they?
Yeah.
The librarian is interesting in that he's got a very sort of clear.
I think this and the captain. I probably favour the captain is my favourite Space Marine model in that box set. I don't really play with librarians in my armies. I'm not really into librarians because I'm more of a Templar at heart. But I have to say, I love the pose of this one. I love like the base on the rock, like it's like being blasted forward. But I'd probably say the captain, and we're going to get to the captain in a second. But that librarian is cool. I love the motion with that librarian.
Oppose pushing
Celestial
forward
Lions
with
there.
his 4 staff. The
we'll see
tomorrow,
mate.
Of the rock formation looks like it's almost sort of moving with his motion. How did you make a decision on what to do with the librarian, considering all the options that face you?
We had a chat about it quite early on. Because we wanted him with a 4 staff, it's quite easy to do an archetype of a wizard holding the staff and casting a spell. We kind of looked back at some of our older librarians and we nodded back to the older librarian where he is in a similar pose, and we wanted to use that. And then we pushed it a little bit further, so we wanted him dynamic and like he is casting a psychic power. And then again, paired with the Weird Boy, which we've spoken about, that they create a small diorama. So we just wanted to make the librarian feel more powerful.
I love the cloak. It's just like billowing. You can imagine the sort of psychic wind whipping around him. Like it's so dynamic as a piece.
Yeah, and we've moved him along with the design language as well to match the Leviathan librarian who was in the Terminator armor.
So the sort of inlay on his armor.
Exactly. Yeah, it's got the runes in there, and so they hang together quite nicely now.
It's one of the things you'll see, obviously, when you focus on the orc side of this as well, because there's a mirror to this. This side of the set wasn't made in isolation. It's quite the opposite. We planned all this together right from the start.
So when, sorry to interrupt, but so when the librarian is being done, is the designer working alongside the designer of the Weird Boy to that's really cool.
Yeah, I was over at the desk and they were over at my desk. I was lucky enough to make the librarian. And
there we go. That explains why that librarian is so fucking amazing, because Darren made it. That explains so much. For people who don't know, Darren also designed all the Space Wolf stuff. That's why the Space Wolf stuff absolutely slaps. Absolutely slaps.
We had them on screen together as well, and then we tweaked them. And it was the same with the captain and the war boss, which we'll talk about. So again,
did the Void Dragon as well,
so if you got them, you just went, I'm just going to make a diorama out of them, and they work perfectly together.
Very cool.
Having that interaction the whole set together adds to that cinematic feel that we were going for. So,
well, let's talk about the captain, because I think a lot of people, certainly when we did the unboxing,
the crowd went wild.
The crowd went wild. Yeah, I mean a lot of love for the captain. Possibly the best Space Marine captain model we've done to date. I think
right up there.
That's a bold claim, but he's very cool. How did you go about creating that?
So the idea with him was pushing the pose as far as it could go, making him super cinematic. I keep saying cinematic, but it was such a driver for the set. He's drawn his sword right back. He's got his scabbard behind him, and he's
I like
about
the shoulder cloak. I'm a
take on
big
the fight
fan
with
of
the biggest war boss you've ever seen. So he needed to take up some room and some presence as well. And he's got those. Dom said very early on, we want the classic weapons of the knight's weapons of the shield and the sword. So it was all about pushing that combative nature of him and making sure he had all of the elements that a Space Marine captain should have, so that instantly he's the boss. He's the leader of the
there's no doubt, is it? You look at this, you're like, he's definitely in charge.
Exactly, yeah.
And he's not standing on a tactical rock. He's fucking riding that bad boy.
Because the chaplain was standing out so much. We were like, we need to elevate this guy more. We was like more and more, but being very conscious of it. But making sure he did feel like the classical Space Marine captain and the leader of the whole force.
He's in pretty august company, isn't he? When you think about it, the amount of detail that's going on with the chaplain, the librarian is extremely sort of.
That is an Ultramarine captain. Get out, veteran Super Smurf. No Ultramarines are allowed
detail on his
today.
armor, his long cloak, and then
cool kids only.
Size of the standard.
If I was made of money
for the
and
ancient,
had
you
free
really
time
could
to
imagine
paint
he is
cosplay, I would buy
competing
this.
amongst his brothers for sort of that status. I think some of that battle is won by his.
We'll talk about the price in a second, because there's lots
of
about
halo
price.
silhouette behind his shoulders as well.
Technically, he's got two swords.
Some great helmets on that kit as well. I think that's one of the things I noticed. I really like the kind of Greco-Roman plumed helmet. It's really cool. But the unhelmeted one is very cool as well. Did you have a favourite of the mix?
Yeah, I think they've all seemed to have gone down quite well. And obviously, you can pop different heads on if you want to as well and make him your own. But yeah, I think the Laurels of Victory helmet with the Mark 7 style faceplate is probably my favourite one. I popped that one in there. I was like, because that's the one I want.
I went for the bear head that we have here on mine. I think it's a really cool hairstyle that I can't do, so I'm all in on that.
A Blood Angel's got to have great hair, though, right? That's
you'd hope so,
one of
right?
the things.
Yeah. It's quite like it feels like a weird thing to pontificate on, but I think that the hairstyles where we've got them in the kit, the sergeant has like a
Luke's
really cool
hairline,
mohawk thing going on. He's
best,
got like a really stylish look. I'm like, as a man with one hairstyle open to him, I celebrate it.
Dad's actually a hairdresser in a previous life.
There we go. Helmets on these
you
guys,
can live vicariously through the Space Marines now, and that's
right.
what it is. Well, just on Dad's made a really good point about you were all talking.
I'm surprised they're not showing off the Captain Space Marine helmet, because even though I kind of like that Space Marine captain's face, the helmet makes that model from a 10 out of 10 to a 20 out of 10. That helmet with like that Greek kind of like visor style over the helmet and the quiff is amazing. So
Talking about the heroes hierarchy and how we have to balance to make sure we know who's the leader and who's the banner bearer and everything else. But again, it's similar to the mirror this against, especially with the captain and the librarian, because they're going up against the war boss and the weird boy. So we're then part of the
quiff, not the
joy.
God damn it.
Part of the joy of this is actually, and this is something you guys will never see. It's not about how we do stuff, but actually. We just got a lot of models on table throughout this, didn't we? We were literally pushing models around tables with the orc side of it constantly.
I suppose if they've made the weird boy and they're like, the weird boy looks like this, he's this big, he's this imposing.
Absolutely.
You can't have a little meek librarian next to him, can you?
And there's something for me about that, which is actually, it comes back to what Dad said right at the start, right? Dad's a massive Space Marine fan, as am I, as we probably all are. I think there is something about like the first time you play with toy soldiers, whatever age you are, but for me, some years ago, playing on the floor with a load of models and put them in the squads you want, the positions you want, finding your matchups, sort of picking on your mate's bad guy, all of that stuff. For me, there's a lot of that in this set. There's a lot of that sort of just purity of enjoying miniatures, and hopefully that's what's come through with this set. Actually,
We again. It's for
Hobby Bobbly, mate. How you doing,
existing
bro?
Space Marine collectors and new. So if you are an existing Space Marine collector, the captain's in a new pose. He's got different details. The librarian is completely different to the ones we've got on offer. The chaplain is brand new. The ancients all singing, all dancing compared to the ones which we've seen in the past. So even if you've already got a massive Space Marine collection, this one will appeal to you as well. So
there's one model we haven't.
So let me just talk about that. As someone who has massive Space Marine collections. I think I'm in the right place to talk about this. I don't think the Intercessors should have been a part of this. I think that should have been something else. I think it should have been like a vehicle of some sort, maybe. Maybe a new tank, maybe an artillery piece or something for the Marines. Maybe a dreadnought or something in there. So the Intercessors feels a little bit like they're just put in there just to fill out the box for me. I can understand the take on the Librarian, yeah, I get that. I can understand the take on the Captain, yeah, I get that. Ancient, I don't really agree with. And the Eradicators with bolters, I think should have been not bolters. Vanguard Veterans, I agree with. Land Speeder, technically that is a vehicle that I wanted, but we've got a lot of Storm Speeders, haven't we? I know this is a Land Speeder, but it's still, it kind of reminds me of like the Storm Speeder, but smaller. Again, I would have gone with something different. Another variant of Dreadnought, maybe another variant of Tank. Maybe what they could have done, in hindsight, is get rid of the Speeder, keep the Intercessors in there, and redesign the Rhino. Have like I'm not going to say a new variant of Rhino, but make the Rhino a little bit more cooler kind of thing. Maybe some more guns on it. And stuff like that. So it makes sense then for the Intercessors to get inside the Rhino and push forward. Again, that's just me just off the top of my head.
Talked about in the set, yeah, which is the Land Speeder. So Adam, you've built one of these up already. You had a lot of fun with it.
I love it. This sings to my heart as a long-term Space Marine collector, like you just talked about, and with a particular sort of love of the Dark Angels and the Raven Wing. This feels boring. A real niche for me.
I understand that.
There's a whole bunch of things I'd like to pick on, but throw the question out to you, Dom. How did you come on settling on a Land Speeder, and what choices did you make going into
it? Here we go. It's going to be interesting then.
We went through a lot of choices. Actually, I won't go through what they all were, but it really sort of came down to...
Give me the choices,
it was the right
Dom.
fit. Mm-hmm. All right, there was thematically, it just really worked. It's a really, really great design. If you take it right back to the if you take it right back to the origins of Space Marines, we've always had Land Speeders.
Yeah.
And I think this felt like a really, really good space. Especially also, there's something else about this, that the size of it fits in your palm. There's something really satisfying about having like a almost a hand-sized vehicle that isn't overly complex, that actually paints really well, that builds really well. It's zippy in the game as well as it's around the battlefield.
I don't want to cut you off, but the build on this was incredible. I've built a lot of models over the 36 years or so that I've been Warhammering, but this, for a vehicle kit that you might expect it to be quite complicated, the push fit on it was incredibly straightforward. Dare I say simple? And I love the way that all of that
I'm not going to build mine. I'll probably just give mine away to someone.
We'd be putting elastic bands around kits and things to hold it together.
I have memories of the early 2000s Land Speeder and basically just sitting holding it for about an hour while it dried.
There was literally none of that. I popped it together over a lunch break and was over the moon with how well it went together. So.
Well, when Dale made this, he's an expert vehicle designer.
Vivic said he'll take it.
And actually the function of how this goes together was paramount.
Lucius, mate, thanks for back as a member, dude. I appreciate
any model in this kit. We didn't want to sit there and go, oh, well, that's a bit of a weak spot. And the way he constructed this, for me, it's almost just click and play. It's so straightforward. But none of that is expensive design, I don't think.
And with
White Scat fans don't exist. Oh, they definitely do.
As a designer, and Dale, as Tom said, did a fantastic job. Going back to the first, it was why the Land Speeder. Yeah. We did look at the Space Marine range, and we know we've got the larger Land Speeder. And I didn't realise how big it was until we got it back onto the table, and I looked. So there's definitely a gap for it to fit within the range and to bring back the classic look of the Land Speeder. So yeah, it's fantastic.
Classic weapon options on there as well,
exactly.
Obviously.
That's where I was going. Yeah, absolutely. We've gone for, essentially, you've got the Gatling gun on the front, which has got the option for the heavy flamer instead.
I think the rumours are true that we are getting redone track vehicles, and this is... I think this edition is going to be nostalgia bait edition. And what I mean by nostalgia bait, I mean they're going to start redoing things from way back that you fell in love with when you were a kid. So I think we'll get a new Rhino. I think we'll get a new Land Raider. Maybe they'll start to do stuff like Predator tanks. We're already hearing about venerable dreadnoughts and stuff. So I do think that this edition may be the nostalgia bait. maybe.
And they're multi-melter, so it really does feel like it's keying into those classic choices. One of the things I wanted to talk about was it's got this really nice scenic base element, which operates instead of the sort of clear flying stand that we sometimes see like it. Can you talk about that a little?
Beyond?
Yeah, very much. A couple of things, really. One, narrative. It's give us another
It's
option.
way cooler than
It's much cooler, right? You've got a nice rock with a smoke grenade under it. I think actually it helps with how you build it. You can push all of that together with no glue. You can choose to glue it if you want to, but I think so stability-wise, massive improvement. And it just looks cool, and it allows us to actually get the land speeder off just being level. We've got a little bit of tilt in it.
Yeah.
The one at the UK Games Expo was pinned, and it was also broke with a pin. So I can understand what they're saying to trying to make it a bit more stable. But from the evidence I've seen, it looks like it can still break. So I would advise to, not just push it together and actually use glue. Looks as stable as Katie Price's last marriage.
And we wanted that idea that it's like careening around the battlefield, banking really hard, turning. It's got rockets under its wings as well, so it's got some extra weapons there too. So it's really about how do you add narrative and character to a vehicle that, by the fact that they're not human or transhuman in this case,
you can't exactly pose it, can you?
No, absolutely. So it's a little bit of that, but also we recognise that actually, there's an opportunity there to not break the feel of the story and the immersion on the miniature. And I think in this case, if we put a clear plastic rod on it, it would have instantly broken that immersion.
Yeah.
And one of the nice things about this kit is inside it, when you're building it, you do have the alternate keel, which doesn't connect to anything. So if you wanted to fix it to a base in a different way, then you're entirely able to, which as a person who is staring down the barrels of wanting more than one of these, I think is quite reassuring, actually.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people with these box sets tend to go, I'll buy one, you buy one.
Trade.
I'll have all the space rooms, you have all the orcs.
Yeah.
So you might end up with a couple of land speeders or a couple of units, and at that point, all the alternate heads and things start to really
Noctis
kind of
Gaming, mate. Welcome back, dude.
Yeah, making the land speeder robust was one of the,
Noctis, send me a
big things
message.
we wanted.
I
So
want
it
to speak
did
to you.
survive the trip from your house to the gaming club or your friend's house.
Send me a message, Noctis.
And it's really strong on that base as well, so you can rest assured there. And again, it has a really nice rhythm within the set, so it gave some height to the Space Marine side, and then looking at the orcs, they don't have anything that's flying. So
what they talk about, they're just talking about all the design elements and why they chose this model and stuff like that.
Very early on.
It's been okay.
So Daz, when you get your box at home and you're finally allowed to take your own copy home, what's the first model you're going to build up and paint?
These guys have already got the models at home and they've already painted them. What are you on about, Eddie? What are you on about? They've had this box set at their gaff now for the past month. Thanks, Noctis, mate. I'll reply to you after the stream. Come on now, who are you trying to kid? Mate, have you seen all the influencers that have been posting their videos today and like all the bat reps and stuff? They've had this for weeks. I've been telling you. The influencers have been riding these sprues into the sunset.
It's a little bit narcissistic, but probably the captain I made. Because I want to convert him.
There we go again. The two models in this box set that I absolutely adore, both confirmed, made by him. I'm telling you, this guy is probably one of the best sculptors at GW, if not the best sculptor. That's why the Space Wolf range was fire. That's why the Librarian is amazing. That's why the Captain's amazing.
A little bit, and maybe different head, maybe things like that.
Do you have aspirations for doing anything particular to him then?
Get on your knees for Daz.
Well, I collect silver skulls, so I'll probably add some flavour there, and maybe some iconography onto them there. I'll have a look. Usually
Sprues
these
and
things
Bruce
just
did a few really good breakdowns.
by osmosis as it goes through.
Models. That's good.
How about you, Dom?
Awesome.
It's going to be the intercessors.
Okay.
I'd paint all of them first. I'm very biased. But I'm painting Ultramarines this year. And I've painted loads of cool stuff. I've done all the elites first, a load of characters, and what I really need is some bedrock in my army, and I'm waiting for this box set to come out so that I can get intercessors into my Ultramarine army. It's the curse of knowing what's coming, right?
I should change my mind. I'm going to do the Vanguard veterans first because I need some in my army.
Yeah.
There you go. So
where's Gilliman? Hopefully
I'm going to do it all, obviously, but yeah.
Excellent.
Well, look, it's been lovely to have you come and spend a few minutes with us.
All right, boys, that's that done. How do we feel about that then? Was that good? Was that fun? Hang on, let me turn on notifications again, so if you guys super chat, it can actually be read out. I guess that was okay.
The heretics will.
It was all right, I guess. I was expecting
Valrak,
a little
you're
bit
a
more.
micro celebrity. Why didn't you get a box early?
You know why. You know. The funny thing is, right, mate, if I would have signed an NDA with GW, I wouldn't have said a word. I wouldn't say boo to a goose. I have an NDA with Warlord Games, and when they send me things, I say at the right time. I'm not someone who abuses NDAs. I just want to get this out there right now. I've been signed up to many NDAs in my past, and I followed them 110%. 110%. Orcs tomorrow, which makes sense, yes. Maybe we'll do this again tomorrow for the Orcs. Probably not, I'll be honest with you. That was okay. It was cool, but yeah. Now, should we speak about the big thing? Should we speak about the spicy stuff? The price.
Last wall protocol
I think this
engaged.
guy's scared. Walk Wednesday.
Our strength
Oh,
grows.
shit, man. I forgot about... we see Mulligan on Wednesday? I'll have to see. Didn't you break your NDA with Woodimp every day? Listen, I've signed no NDA with Martyrdom or anything. I can leak anything right now. You guys want to see one of the finished Cavalry Norman guys, fully painted? It looks incredible. Thank you for the gifted membership, Forbes. I put you down for the giveaway. You're amazing. Thank you. It'll walk, says Woodimp. Woodimp's off, boys. Right, pricing. Let's start with the Americans. To be fair, we should start with the Australians and the New Zealanders, but let's start with the Americans, okay? But the Americans, price confirmed, if you're buying it from GW, $295 $5 off, 300. How are you feeling about that? $295. I'm still buying it, says Chudson. Drone says pass.
Our strength grows.
I googled how much £185 is in dollars. Yeah, but Magic Brownie, you're missing the sacred GW tax. They put their money on there for like shipping and all that really weird stuff in between. But I mean, I'll say this: the models are already overpriced. Like people saying, "Oh, Valrak, at least it's not £200 British." I'm like, that doesn't make it mean it's good, right? It should be nowhere near 185 as it is. Grain Tray, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. Should have just accepted the tea. Might have given you better prices. This is true. You are now paying the tea tax. Look what I sent you on Discord. Hang on, let me load this bad boy up. Where are you sending me this on Discord?
Last wall protocol engaged.
Oh boy, I've got so many messages.
Our strength grows.
Der Legion. Yeah, mate. Again, we'll get into it in a second. But I was about to get to the EU price next. God damn it. Sup, Val, just got back from 2 weeks of hunting. Haven't kept up with anything Warhammer. What have I missed?
Sup, Val. Just got back from 2 weeks of hunting. Haven't kept up with anything Warhammer. What have I missed? Are the Taos still cringe AF?
Yes.
Is DACA still the worst mod?
Yes.
Is Game Riot still bumming dogs?
Yes. Right? 3 out of 3, mate. Yes. Everything you said there is a yes. Make him watch videos. Right,
Last
so...
wall protocol
again,
engaged. Our strength
$295
grows.
if you're buying it in the US. Of course, if you use third-party shops, you are going to get a percentage off there. I have a USA shop, ! USA in chat. I'm not sure how much money they're knocking off, but I bet it's going to be less than $295. So if you're from the US and you want to buy it, use that link. I get a 5% kickback. You don't have to, but I'd appreciate it if you did. EU prices, 240 EU Bison bucks. Again, I think that is a little bit of a naughty price for the EU guys, and in the UK, it is £185 if you're buying it from GW. But Shops like Hobby Workshop, !hobby in chat if you're in the UK, they're going to be doing it for around £148.
The heretics will burn.
If I'm not mistaken, it is £148 for them.
Got 2 Japanese invasion forces for 1 GW box.
Listen, mate, there's a lot of companies out there where you can buy entire armies for a starter set for, you know, that game. Canadian prices. I had it before. I haven't got it on me right now at the moment. I'm sorry, dude. I think third-party stores will have enough stock for all pre-orders. Well, this is another thing I wanted to bring up. If I just get it up over here, give me a second, chaps. We talked about this the other day. Oh, fucking, I hate their website. Their website is absolutely fucking
Requisitions
shit.
Arrive. The heretics will burn.
5th edition was £45 in today's money. That's £78.
Mate, 8th edition, when I really started to get back into it, was 95 quid right from GW. Australia, mate, I'll be honest with you boys, I haven't got an Australia or... sorry, Canada is $360. Sorry, yeah, Canada is $360. I haven't got the Australian or New Zealand prices on me at this moment. But I can get them for you in a second, so just stand by and chat. I plan on using a voucher I won for 11th edition box set, saving as much as I can. There you go, Willie, mate. Yeah, it's the best thing to do. Right. If we go down, because people are on about how many have they made, it says here, they announced it the other day, it's available while stocks last. So it's confirmed that this box set is now FOMO. They're not making it for the next 6 months. They've made as many as they've made, and once it's gone, it's gone. Now, the real question is, how long is that going to last? Is this box set going to sell? That's a question, of course, you have to ask and answer yourself. Is this going to be a successful box set? I am pretty confident in saying that they've probably made an absolute warehouse full of these box sets. Maybe it's got to sell out in the first week. Maybe it'll be like AOS, and it doesn't sell, and then third-party retailers are going to have to be putting it on sale. I have absolutely no idea. I can't tell the future. As much as I'd like to tell the future, I can't tell the future at this point. That's fucking cancer, mate. What, the FOMO stuff? Yeah, mate. I don't agree with FOMO. I'll never agree with it. I hate FOMO. It's just the way it is. It is absolutely terrible. I've heard that stock is phenomenal at my local GameStop. Who gets 3 of each Xmas box is getting over 100 boxes. Again, that makes sense. That makes sense. I really do think they've made an absolute boatload of these boxes. So,
Requisitions arrive.
I don't think you're going to have a problem getting the box, but don't quote me on that.
I talked with one of the devs from Total War 40K and the game will release next year on the 40th anniversary in September.
That is some big rumor news there, Sword Slasher. I appreciate that. And again, I theorized about that. Total War 40k is not coming out this year. I think you're quite insane if you think it's coming out this year. It's definitely going to be next year. And if you're saying September, I'll take that for you. Have you seen Major Kill's new video? I have. I've addressed it at the start of this video. I will be refilming my response this week sometime. Just wait. I've got a lot of other videos coming this week. I've got the Space Marine new lore and confirmation of chapters dropping tomorrow at Armageddon. After that, I've got the Emperor is healing video. I've got some foil speculation theories on that. We'll address Major Kill and his absolute nonsense. And then I want to do a video about Vulcan returning and why that's happening in 11th edition. And that's going to be a foil video because why not? Yeah, a lot of things coming this week. 240 euros equals £207 sterling. We got royally screwed. I think everyone's getting screwed with GW prices. I don't think it's just EU. Even though in the UK, mate, £185 for a starter box set. I don't think that's a good price at all. This means next edition, I'm calling it right now, Daka will be right next edition. Next edition is going to be over 200 British pounds. In 3 years' time, we'll be back doing this again, saying £200+. Someone clip this. Clip it. Keep it stored for 3 years. Daka meant 12th edition. Daka has to pay the 50 memberships. Chat, don't let him forget. Primarch Vulcan has or had disappeared off the GW website. He has, yeah. I typed the bet wrong. I knew Daka would say that. We fucking won't. Someone slap. Mate, again, I'm just going off the projection what GW have been going with. Bob H, mate, thank you for the 5.
I keep telling chat you're getting milked like cows, but they don't listen.
I think we're all the problem, right? I think all of us are a problem. I'm a problem because I keep getting excited about fucking 40k stuff. I keep buying 40k stuff, right? But at the end of the day, I love this hobby. I do love the hobby. I hate the way it's going in. But I am my own worst enemy. Maybe one day I will just eventually stop myself from buying stuff. But yeah, it is. I'm definitely yeah, we are. I think really that is the only way GW are ever going to learn, if you start voting with your wallet. What hobby is cheap? I can say one right now. Conflict 47, Bolt Action. I think StarCraft is quite cheap if you're jumping into it. From what I was seeing the other day. Buy stock, not plastic. Heroin. Martyrdom. Hey, there we go. Better think about it.
Buy stock, not plastic.
Battletech, people are saying. Maybe if we spam orcs win Armageddon, we'll force GW to bring back Vulcan to save the day. Hang on now. Well. How much do you think Kefias Kane will be? £45? I have no idea, Bland. Maybe
if we spam orcs win on Armageddon, it will force GW to bring Vulcan back to save the day.
If he's more than £30, then I'll show my ass on stream. Hopefully not. Lost Lieutenant, mate, thanks for the gifted... thanks for the super chat, mate. I appreciate you.
How much do you think Cyrus will be? £45.
No, like me, I'm going to say 35. 30 times. Battletech and Martyrdom crossover. Soon. You can build a ball action army for 30 quid. You actually can. You actually really can.
After watching the Yuke stream, original cut because I'm cool, Daka looks like he could take Val. He's the real champ here. All hail Daka. All hail Daka.
Listen, mate, there's no way Daka's reaching my chin. Right? He's that small, mate. These platforms. There's no way.
Someday, but not this day.
But not this day. Walker, mate, thanks for the big £50, mate. Look at this guy simping all over me. Right?
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
So Valrak is meant to meet me on Wednesday for some beers, as I'm in that poo hole that is Manchester, but he's a bit scared as he can't drink with Londoners. What a wimp. Chat preach Walker Wednesday like it should be.
Listen,
this guy.
Listen, April said to me, I'm not allowed to drink. I'm under the thumb, mate.
How much do you estimate the martyrdom box will be?
Ask Woodimp. Ask Woodimp. Video idea, Val gets £150 budget, I get £30 budget, and we will go to the Bolt Action tournament to see if it's paid to win. There we go.
Did you already mention that Instagram post where those two dudes did a Q&A and said all the other Primarchs are dead? I have to assume this was a joke.
I will be doing a video addressing that, yes. I will be doing a video addressing that. Walker, as much as I'd like to come out for a drink, I can't. April says I have to stick to my diet. So I can't be drinking calorific beer. I'm sorry, mate. You'll have to just survive Manchester on your own. Like the little North London slag you are. All right? You're a Tottenham fan. You're used to being on your own. There's nothing new. Under the thumb confirmed. Get her gone! Mate, do I have to get April in here? To fucking tell you guys off. Martyrdom will be over £400. I can confirm there is... Was it 80 models? Between 80 and... Oh, Woodham's already put it in chat. There's 86 models in the Martyrdom launch box set. 86 models. And it's definitely cheaper than the Armageddon launch box set.
I lost £50 when I quit the booze. Do it.
There we go, mate. I'm giving up booze. I have to. Including bases. Including bases. Yes. Plastic, that's what the plan is, Stephen. If we can get to plastic, it's all part of how well the Kickstarter does and where we go from there. How do we go with the Aussie price? I haven't got the Aussie price on me at this moment in time. How do you make 80 plus models? Well, if it doesn't get backed in plastic, then it's all resin. If it does get blacked in plastic, then it's all plastic. It's simple. Including the law book, well, there is going to be a book in there, yes, but you know, it's not law, it's history. We're not making this up here, okay? It's literal. You can go read it right now. It's history. It's right there for you to see.
Engaged. Our strength grows.
Bases that cost a lot. That's why Valrak always keeps them. Always. 86 models. That will take me 3 years to paint. I think you guys should ask Woodimp to show you off the first painted official model to see how cool it fucking looks. But Woodimp is like, no. Give him something to think about. RX, mate, thanks for the gifted membership. I've put you down. Stop asking, it's not happening. Listen, he's got it. I'm banned from the channel. I'm not allowed in the channel. The new Crusaders law just dropped, guys. Wait, hang on. Who's this Valrak guy that led the army to Jerusalem and saved everyone? I've never heard of him before in the story. Well, you see, right? I found him in the book. Law's got a good review on Guerrilla Miniatures. Mate, I watched Guerrilla Miniatures, and he's done a fantastic job. That's where I'm going to be basing my video off tomorrow. I'm going to be giving him an absolute massive shout-out. That, mate, I'll be honest with you, that is the only guy I watch to review books, because he does it in the proper way. He does it in a way that you all should be watching it as. Any devastation dice happening for catapults? Ask Woodimp. Valrak. So I have to into Kickstarter and then buy. So I have to. I don't know what you're saying. Downtime miniatures. Valrak of Normandy, famed for drinking gravy as he charged. World famous he is. The best night. Will there be painted be posted on the Martin and Discord? So, if anyone's coming to a Valrak event this year, we're going to start with the Americans in July. Everyone is going to be getting a random martyrdom model.
86 models but 0 hippos. Disappointed. Tomato emoji.
God damn it, I hate you, Josh. Everyone's going to be getting a random martyrdom model. And I think we're going to do something where if you paint it and submit it, we're going to do a little paint tournament. And the winner from that will win like an army of their choice for martyrdom to like back it up and stuff like that. And if you're coming to the UK Valfest, which the tickets are actually, I should have the tickets on sale today. God damn it, Krug. Where's Krug in chat? Krug, put him live right now. I have to speak to Krug because it's at Firestorm on the 24th of October. We are also going to be giving away models there as well. That's going to be part of the little pack you get. So if you come to a Valrak event this year, you will get a martyrdom model. You haven't sent me the details yet, but Krug, I was an idiot. I should have said I'll send you tonight and we can get it going tomorrow. I'm convinced the missus to come to Cardiff Valfest, but she thinks it's just a weekend break there. Mate, you don't want your missus there, right? You don't want your missus there. I have to bring April, right? Because she's the one who keeps me alive. I get too drunk and I'll fall in that fucking river, if not. I have to have April there to keep me alive. Plus, who else is going to get us into bars, if not April? She'll start knocking out all the bouncers. Oh, she's not coming in. Mate, seriously, I'm only joking. Bring your missus. Bring her. Bring her for the event and bring her out at night. It's a laugh. She'll proper enjoy herself. Trust me. She will. Wiggity. What's up, dude, bros? How you doing, Martyrdom Leaks? Welcome. So, can I ask, who's going to be taking part then in this big old giveaway? Not giveaway, sorry. In this big old battle report. Is it a battle report? The big old battle campaign for Orcs versus Marines. Well, is it just Orcs versus Marines? Or can you have like Eldar versus Marines and you submit it? Like, how does that work? if like the Eldar win, is that for the Imperium or for the Orcs? I don't know. Hopefully I'll have more details. Martin box set price confirmed, 500 Manchester Bison books. Bring the missus, but leave the dog at home if you know what's good for it. Yeah, mate, Game Right will be there, sadly. Battle World, here we go. Knocking out bouncers in Cardiff. Who does she think she is? Charlotte Church. It'll be a TTS game. It'll say I won as Marines, sure. If you're going to fudge the books, give the membership. Mate, I want to see how many people are going to be scamming so I can make a video about this. Because there's absolutely no way they're going to police this. This is literally going to be people just submitting what they want, how they want, to see what they want from GW. It's got to be one full-on scam. Is Cardiff doable by train? I got to get there from Norfolk. Mate, I've never been to Norfolk to Cardiff, so I can't really...
Requisitions
I can't really comment on that, but what I will say is that the trains in the UK are absolutely dog
Bring
shit.
the bird. Flashbacks of Lemon Wife team event.
God damn it. Don't do this. Sean, thanks for the gifted membership and limited time. Thanks for the gifted membership. 2 scammers confirmed in chat. Didn't we just get a NID?
Last world protocol engaged.
Kind
Our
of, yes.
Strength grows.
Eldar count as orcs. They're all vile Xenos. This is true. This is very, very true. Somehow Vote won. Didn't know we had 5 million players out there. Imperial Agents versus Orcs. Final
Last
score 100 every game.
Our strength grows.
Fucking hell. 25 min walk to Firestorm from Cardiff Station. Obviously, could bus it or Uber to. Thanks, Woodimp. There we go, mate. Woodimp knows the stuff. I'm sure if you're going to be coming down to Valfest, though, the majority of people, not all of you, because I understand, but the majority of you are just going to be coming down for the day event. There's only a small amount of people that come out at night as well. I understand that because everyone has to go home to their lives and stuff. But if you are coming out, of course, it's best if you stay over, and we'll have a great night. We'll make a great night of it, no matter what happens. Valrak is furious that the Emperor's is coming back before dawn. Hello? Yeah. I think I have a martyrdom meeting tonight. April is asking, do I want to go and watch the Obsession film after the stream at 8:50? Wait, 8:50? That's in 20 minutes? Streaming? I got member models, member memes to go through. This woman. This woman. What about memes? Look, chat said no, memes. April? She's stormed off now, right? She's stormed off. You've ruined April's evening, everyone. You've absolutely ruined it. Right? You've ruined it. You've ruined it. If we get to 100 memberships, I'll go to the pictures of April. It's up to you now to make April's night. Where the tickets will be sold and how much. What for the Cardiff Valfest? Mate, I'll be honest with you, because there is food included in this one. It's going to be a little bit more, but not that much more. I normally do it at £30 a ticket. I'm going to be doing these ones around £35. And that's with a scran. So for an extra £5, you're getting some food. There's going to be 40 tickets. All right? All right? What food? The food that they have at the venue. Get like a voucher, if I'm not mistaken. And you can go from there. April, let's have a date. Valrak in a high-pitched voice. I'm streaming. Greg Sausage Rolls. No, mate. Again, at the venue, at Firestorm, they have their own food. Vegan food there. I'm sure they do that type of food, yes. What I'll do, once I get all the tickets in, I'll send another email out with the menu, and then you can reply, and then I can get back to him, like how many people are having this, how many people are having that kind of stuff. I think that's how it works. But I need to sell the tickets first before I start doing that. Separate tickets for female companions, or does that get us in free? I'll have to ask Firestorm, but if you're coming to the event and you're coming to my area, what they did last time it is, because it's a ticketed event, you'd have to have a ticket to attend. we could do it as a player ticket and a non-player ticket, if that makes sense. So if you buy the player ticket, it means you've got a guaranteed spot at the table. And a non-player ticket is just like you're hanging around like Luke's hairline, like dangling around. A gust of wind comes, it's off. Are vegans people? Obviously not. Are Millwall playing the same day again, mate? That was hilarious. Hopefully it is. Millwall and West Ham. Let's have it. Vegans should not get their tickets. The $ eyes. Shameful, always. Right. Let's do some member memes. And then we'll do the giveaway. Let's do some member memes and then we'll do this giveaway. If you've gifted a membership, I'll put you down real quickly. But let me do the memes first. Where are the memes? Dakar, I've locked the post. The post has now. Oh my good God! The first fucking meme in this thread is terrible. Here's the member memes. This is number 1. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. You bunch of sick bastards. Gotta pay for the prosy. Can't get laid any other way. Get back in the kitchen. Make me a sandwich, mate. This is what happens if you insult April in real life. April will fuck you up. It is 110% confirmed. April will fuck you up. There's Stowe. Where is it? Mate, so Stowe always gives me shit. Now, Stowe commented on Facebook on my Chapter Master Valrak page, which was a absolute wrong thing to do. Because I went through his pictures and I found him. And he looks like Phil Mitchell with a bit of a hairline. So I give it to Dakar. And here we go. Right? Here we go. Thinks it's a bit of an hard man, doesn't it? Right? Soon. Oh, no. Hold on. Someone text me. Oh, it's another dog meme. Poor game riot. This is going to be filled.
Last wall protocol engaged.
This is going to be filled.
Our strength grows.
With memes from that fucking UK Games Expo, isn't it? I can already tell. Malachi, thanks for the gifted membership. Maud, thanks for the gifted membership.
Last wall protocol
I've
engaged.
had to get down. And there's the Emperor. His eye moved. He's back. My Emperor is back. Listen, right? There's so many things in that video that I didn't go over, which makes sense. The Emperor, for me, is coming back. Call me mad. Call me insane. But I'm telling you, something is happening. Something's happening. Valrak's video strike behind the scenes. I saw you talking to Valrak. I didn't leak anything. You spoke to him. So what? He's a nice guy. Oh, God damn it. Again, I feel for those lads, right? There was some guy on that video saying, Valrak, you ambushed them. You know what you're blacklisted as. But I said to the guy, if someone comes over to me, I'm not going to run away from him. I'm stood there doing what I do. It's not like... It's not like I'm hiding the camera. Do you know what I mean?
Gray again. All is right in the world.
First person to give Mandy D a membership during this stream wins a prize. There you go. It's up to chat now. Make her green in the Emperor's name. They came over to us and we were like 150 meters from the GW booth. It's true. Again, some guys just like to be offended. I have no idea why. And plus, it's an absolute stupid corporate thing. Don't speak to Valrak. It's like I go to these people and ask them for rumours. No, I don't. I'm not like that. If someone sends me a rumour, then someone sends me a rumour. It's not like, tell me everything you know, or your fucking brake line's getting caught on your car.
Our strength grows.
Do you know what I mean? Stowe, thanks for the big 5. Thanks, Phil. Bob, thanks for the gifted. Sawdust, thanks for the super chat. And more, mate, thanks for the gifted. I appreciate you all.
GW does seem to be building to Great Crusade 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Always a plan. What's this one? Wait a minute.
Last
Both
wall
based
protocol
on the
engaged.
same Citadel
Our
colour.
strength grows.
This is going. This is not orange. No, I'm not even addressing this. Get out, Mike. Oh no, 50 members time. Dance, cunt, dance. Filthy. Why is Filthy always just in the background of these? But mate, Daka still owes me 50 memberships. Oh no. Listen, I didn't have corn dogs there. This is Photoshop. Daka isn't paying his 50 memberships. Can't pay. We'll take it away. Special bastard edition. Dogs Trust. God fucking mod in there as well. Raw. That is raw. Luke, listen up, fives. A tennis speak. Listen, right? This has to be about me, Luke. It's not about Warhammer. It's all about me, these guys. I'm Valrak, and my new team is... I never switch teams. Kyle K. Right? Asco using someone else's memes is peak meme-inch. Right? There's the price confirmed. And there's Daka. Remember, guys, this is the thing. Daka holds you financially in the Book of Grudges. And when it comes to him to pay up, he tries to wiggle out of it. Do not let Daka get away with this. It's up to chat now. Pester him. Sir, Valrak is still leaking rumours even after he got 2 GW employees fired after you get... Oh my god. I never got anyone fired. Bastard. Can't 11th edition. Go tell the children. What's this? So not only is he giving his hands to the Tau, with his other hand, he's giving it to the Iron Warriors. So maybe Pertrabo's going to step up, and he too is going to be beaten off by the Lion. It is a perfect world for me. You know what I mean? I mean, like, beaten off. I'm not even going into this, right? You guys are all just weird people. You're all just weird people. Start a GoFundMe for Daka. Do not start a GoFundMe for Daka. He can pay his own way. Right, you saw the X-Men 2 trailer, season 2? I haven't, Shadow, no. What's this? Momentum, Paris, oh, right. Oh, it's Arsenal, mate. Arsenal deserve everything they get. The worst team in the world. Hello, mate. There's Daka there's Daka. Look at him in the background. Is this the guy that submitted the privacy claim? Blackstone, Chaplin, kill me. I love Dawn, mate. That Dawn face is terrible. That is just terrible. 2 upstanding young men of the commentary bringing local pensioner for his first day. Mate, I had to wear it like this, mate. My back was killing me. Who says community is disappearing? Can I just say how tall I am to these small boys? Look at them. And these are in front of me as well. I'm behind them. So you've got that as well. I'm even taller when I stand next to him. Big fanny pack rack. Big fanny pack rack. You're like an inch taller, Daka, stop it. Why have you put my foot there? Why? Caught red-handed. Find dogs to adopt. I'm sorry, Game Riot. They're doing it again. Mate, that is the card you get with my Valrak yellow. They said, can you send us a headshot? Everyone else was like doing like, let's do the studio headshot. Sounds like, fuck this. I'm putting my... Well, I was in Florida. I sent it from Florida. I went to Burlington Colt Factory, bought the most Tyson Fury shirt I could find. Like that shiny gold.
Daka looks more like Phil Mitchell
Put
than
my
me.
sunglasses on, and when this is what they're getting. And they said, is this the picture you want to use? And I was like, yeah. Right? Put it in there. Get it to the printers. Get it to the printers. Fucking Daka. This fucking Daka guy. Fucking Stone Daka, the meme which is going on. I have the scammer in my sights. Mega. Mate, do you know what? I really, really wish. Honestly, guys, I really wish they had a better internet connection there so we could have done a proper top stream. Next time, I may rent out one of those 5G backpacks and try and do it properly for you guys, because, yeah, I did not like that at all. I wanted to do more. Here's something for Game Right to put into his bark bank. Terrible. We must stop racists spewing hate from taking over our towns. Fucking Stowe. Mate, Stowe and Dak are definitely out pitting roundabouts. What even is this? Fucking hell, mate. Stowe's getting it tonight. He looked at me. It's true. Mate, he did look at me. He did, mate. I'm actually going to use that in my video now. I'm going to use it. How do you say it? Gundam? Gunham? Gunham. Mate, it's Gunham. Gunham. The Is Valrak blacklisted? God fucking damn it. Mate, we just moved from one hole to the next one. How hungry are you? To be fair, mate, it was Daka who was just mithering about getting food. I didn't want food. Get this Gakadai out of here. And plus, I would eat that right now. What even is this? Valrak, hi guys, welcome to this in real life stream with my co-host Morning Glory. Also, Valrak, the entire stream. I had 2 phones. Next time, we're going to get a better setup. I promise you. We're going to get a better setup. What did happen to his wrist attachment? There's no point in having the wrist attachment because I had to have 2 phones. So I couldn't walk around. I might as well hold both of them. What should have happened is that Woodimp should have brought a phone attachment for the live stream phone that we attached to keep open as he was walking around. So I only had 1 phone. That is what the problem was. Martyrdom box set lore book revealed. I wonder if we can do a deal with Pete Frankopian to basically just put all this in our box. Maybe. When you have to give the children cancer. When you give the children cancer and steal all their money. What the fuck? The Brutalis Dreadnought showing up 7 years later. The battle to fuck up Gas. What the fuck? Right, okay. We're done.
Requisitions arrive. The heretics will burn.
Fucking hell.
Are glasses to have chat screen hands-free?
Yeah, but can they go over your normal glasses? Maybe. Right, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway. Let me get Nightbot up. Let's do this giveaway. If you've gifted a membership,
our strength grows.
You've got extra entries. Everyone else who's a green name, start typing in chat. Start typing in chat. Let's get this party started. Beep, bop, boop, bop, beep. Beep, bop, 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 boop, bop, boop, bop, beep. Let's go. I appreciate everyone else coming tonight.
Last wall protocol
talking here,
engaged.
having a laugh.
Our
Lost Lieutenant
grows.
trying to rig it right at the end. I appreciate you, Lost. Keep typing. I'll give you a couple of minutes while we go through this. So all in all, can I ask right now in chat, put 1 in chat if you're buying the 11th edition box set, and put 2 in chat if you're not buying it, and 3 in chat if you're undecided. I want to see the numbers. Actually, do you know what? Hang on. I'm just going to do a fucking poll instead. Are you buying the 11th?
My fave was Daka
edition,
being a fat poo at the computer.
Undecided. Right, I'm doing the poll instead. Take part in the poll, please. The poll is now live. I'll be honest with you.
Friendly reminder, Dorn is dead.
I'm going to be buying it. I've decided I am going to buy it. I'm going to be buying at Hobby Workshop. ! Hobby in chat for £148. £148. That's what I'm going to be buying it for. So we've got 240 votes. 46% are saying yes. 22% undecided. 32% are saying no.
Valrak, I'm waiting to see your response to Major Kill, especially about the Beast War wiped out comment. Smiley face emoji.
It's coming this week.
Smiley face emoji.
It's coming this week, right? It's coming this week. I promise you. 2 King George is taxing us too much for the box set. 148 good is really good value when you think about how much everything will cost separately. I am going to shill myself at this point, right? If you're from the UK and you're thinking of buying it, I would appreciate you if you use my hobby link. All money raised from that literally goes to martyrdom. So please and thank you. ! Hobby in chat. Bot scammers. I think it's the grey names who are fusing to vote. To be fair, I understand. They are greys, they can't read. Purity is going to bring his slave. Also, Purity is going to bring his slave Dawn back. The Wargame portal is your American link. Yes, ! USA in chat is my American link, mate. ! USA. I'd appreciate if you buy from that as well. That'd massively help me out. All money goes to help DACA GoFundMe. Hang on now. Any news on Horus Heresy? Mate, Horus Heresy is gone. It's dropped off the radar. I feel so sorry for Horus Heresy people. It's kind of like that game's just faded away again. Did I talk to you guys about the drama of the AOS tournament at UK Games Expo? Again, drama is a very, very strong word. Drama farmer, llama Valrak. Did I? No, what drama? So apparently they had over, I think they had over like 50. I've heard it from 2 different people. One was 50 tickets and one was over 100 tickets. And apparently altogether the tournament sold 15 tickets at the UK Games Expo. So it didn't even sell like enough to match everyone up. Sorry, 120 tickets. Oh, let's see it. Oh, she made me a Dr. Pepper. Whoa,
First World Protocol engaged.
You made it for me.
Our strength grows.
All right, thank you anyway. Dark Souls, mate. Thanks for the gifted membership. So yeah, 120 tickets were supposed to be sold. 15, right? 15 happened, which again is really bad. Right, so it seems like the majority of people aren't going to be buying the box set. You are your own worst enemies, guys. Confirmed. You're the reason the game costs so much. It's all because of you. It's all because of you. Right, let me get these names over. Stand by. Copy eligible entries over. Let me get the wheel up. Wheel of names. And let me get the gifters. Let me add the gifters in. We can't forget the gifters because we need to open the milk list. Don't forget the good old bloody milk list. As we always bloody do. And we are going to do the truffle shuffle. Right, let me get this up over here. I'm just going to spam shuffle until it's all shuffled. Right? And let's go. Good luck, everyone involved. Good luck, everyone involved. That Walker gifted you £50. Did you see? Yeah, I responded to him. Of course I did. He said he wants to come out and drink with me on Wednesday. I told him I'm not allowed. April's got me under the thumb. What's this for? This is always... every Member Monday, we always do like a Combat Patrol giveaway. Unless it's specified to be different. Like 11th edition. But it's not 11th edition. Just like Combat Patrol kind of stuff. Let's see who it is. Imagine if it's Dako. Val, do you add your name to the wheel? I do not. I should do. To be fair, I should do. I should have my own name. Why can't I enter my own giveaways? That's unfair. If anything, I'm scamming myself. Daka is ineligible. Mate, imagine if Daka wins now. That would be hilarious. Matthew Head #1. Sorry, not Matthew. The Mattle Head #1. Matthew Head, I said? Is he in chat? I don't see him. I don't see him. Tom Bombadil though said he's in. Oh yeah, there you go. I see him. There you go. Mattlehead, I see ya. I see that thick beard. Mattle, mate, where you from? Silver badge. Mate, Luke's furious. UK in Essex! Mate, I'm liking these UK winners, you know. All right, Darwin. Fucking won me a Valrak box set. All right. You fucking gem. Mate, send me a message over on Discord. We'll get you sorted out with a voucher and stuff. You're amazing. UK winners is the best, mate. UK winners are the best. Sapping Gal, you all right? Right, boys, girls, Xenos and Heretics, I'm off for the night. We'll be back tomorrow. Don't you worry about it, okay? You're all amazing. Much love. Enjoy the start of the week. I'm back tomorrow doing the more Space Marine shenanigans stuff. Check it out. All new Baron New Law dropping tomorrow. Have a good week, dudes. I love you. See you all very, very soon. Much love and